The morning of my parents' 30th wedding anniversary was crisp, the air carrying the scent of fresh rain. I had spent weeks preparing the perfect gift. Not perfect in price, but in meaning. At breakfast, my mother Sylvia ran a hand through her silver-streaked hair and smiled at my father Edward. 30 years, she mused. And you're still putting up with me? Hardly, he teased, kissing her forehead. You're the one who deserves a medal. I cleared my throat, pushing forward a neatly wrapped box. Happy anniversary. My father's brows lifted as he picked it up. Oh, Leah, you didn't have to. Of course I did. My mother turned the box over, her lips pressing into a thin line. It's quite small. Not very fancy either, my father added, inspecting the plain brown wrapping paper. Did you run out of ribbons, sweetheart? I bit the inside of my cheek. Just open it. With a sigh, my mother tugged at the tape. Inside was a worn burgundy velvet box. She hesitated before unlatching it, and when she did, her breath caught. Inside lay a silver locket, tarnished, but unmistakably familiar. My mother's hands trembled as she lifted it. This was mine, she whispered. My father leaned in, his eyes darkening with recognition. But it was stolen. I nodded. 20 years ago. My mother's fingers ran over the engraved initials, her voice barely audible. How? I took a deep breath. 2 months ago, I found a little antique shop by the coast. Something about it felt familiar. When I walked in, I saw this locket sitting in a glass case. The owner said it had been sold to him by a collector years ago. Tears welled in my mother's eyes. You found it. I swallowed the lump in my throat. I knew how much it meant to you. It was Grandma's, passed down for generations. I spent my savings to buy it back. My father's expression softened. Leah. But there's more, I said. Open it. With shaky hands, my mother pried open the tiny clasp. A folded piece of paper rested inside. She carefully unfolded it, and as her eyes scanned the words, a sob escaped her lips. It was a letter. Sylvia, if you're reading this, it means my locket has returned home. I may not be with you, but know that my love and prayers are always wrapped around you. Love, Mom. Tears rolled down her cheeks, and she clutched the locket to her chest as if holding onto a piece of her mother's soul. Edward pulled me into a hug, his own voice thick with emotion. You didn't just give us a gift. You gave us a piece of our past. Sylvia, still crying, reached out and took my hand. And a piece of my mother's love. For the first time, they weren't looking at the gift. They were looking at me. And in that moment, I knew this was the best gift I had ever given.